Good morning, all. Eric with Cruising with Cheryl and Eric coming at you once again with the cruise news that you can use. Today's Tuesday, November 7th. And if you're in the US, today is voting day. So get out there and vote. And got lots of stories coming at you today. So let's go ahead and get started. First up, unfortunately, is not a happy story, but kind of has a happy ending, so that's okay, I guess. And once again, Elio wants to say hello. So the Saga cruise ship Spirit of Discovery was caught in a storm the other day in the Bay of Biscayne, I believe, in France. She, weather pattern changed and a storm was coming. She tried to get into a port, but the port ended up having to close before the ship could get there. So she ended up having to ride out the storm out in the middle of the ocean, and they confined all the guests to their cabins. Meals were served in the cabins for about 18 hours. The winds were upwards of 50 miles an hour, pretty bad storm. And unfortunately, about 100 passengers were injured because of the high winds and the swells. Thankfully, most of the passengers had just minor injuries. Only a couple of people had to be transferred to the hospital. Because of the storm and the injuries, they ended up returning to port a day early. They were supposed to they weren't supposed to return until, I believe, today, and they ended up ending their 14-night Canary Island quintet itinerary a day early to make sure that those passengers who needed it could get hospital care. So this is one of those times when cruising's not fun. I mean, thankfully, there were no major injuries, but I wish, hope and pray for the best for those passengers, and that they will heal quickly, and I wish them all the best. Next up, Royal's Icon of the Seas aced their second set of sea trials. This is something I didn't know. I thought there was basically one set of sea trials and that was it. But it turns out that depending upon the ship, the situation, they will sometimes do a second set of sea trials, which they did in this case because it's a new ship, a new class of ship, and lots of new things, new systems on board. So sometimes they'll actually take them out for a second time, which they did in the Icons class. And Icon, passed with flying colors. This time around, they were testing things like the noise and vibration, the overall speed, the fin stabilizers, automation on board, and main engine adjustments they did after the first set of sea trials. So that was all successful. She's about 90% done now. Now that she's passed the second set of sea trials, they're going to do the final outfitting and design details. There'll be basically handing over ceremony in the not too distant future, where Meyer, the shipbuilder, will actually hand the ship over to Royal, and then Royal will sail her to I believe Miami is her initial home port, and outfit her with people and food and all the provisions, because she's got her maiden voyage scheduled in 80 some odd days, January 27th of 2024. So she'll be on the seas very, very soon now. All right, Ilya, you're cute, but it's time to go. All right, next up, MSC Cruises. MSC has decided that they want to continue with making their youth programs bigger and better and faster and more, and So starting in mid-November, they're going to be launching upgrades and improvements to that kids program. New live shows, new activities, new sports, exclusive exclusive dinners just for the kids, and they've had some success spotlighting their youth programs through a series of social media series, like web series, YouTube. The newest one, it's a new music video featuring some teen YouTube stars. It's called Ocean K, a cabin 12006 story. So 12,006 story. I haven't checked it out yet, but I know it's not geared towards me, but because I haven't been a teenager in a year or two. But MSC recently earned the Best Cruise Lines for Family Award, and they're really proud of that, and they're really focused on earning that again. And they realize, happy kids, happy families, so good luck, MSC. I hope the kids program works out well. Next up, let's see. Oh, Carnival kicking off. A couple of days ago, kicked off a week of special events to honor veterans. On the 5th, so 2 days ago now, they hosted 200 veterans from the Miami-Dade area on board the Carnival Horizon. We had a big luncheon and special recognition ceremony. And at that event, they donated a 15-passenger van to the Miami Veterans Affairs healthcare system to, shuttle the veterans around to and from appointments and activities and things. They also, at that event, announced that they're on all of the ships in the fleet that have breweries on board. They're now going to have a Heroes American Pale Ale beer available for purchase and consumption, and that a portion of those proceeds will go to Operation Homefront. This was just one of 6 events that they're hosting around the country this week to honor veterans. So on the 5th, it was excuse me, the Horizon in Miami and Paradise, Carnival Paradise in Tampa. And then yesterday, the 6th, Carnival Breeze hosted a veterans event in Galveston. Today, the Carnival Miracle will be hosting an event in Long Beach. On the 9th, Carnival Valor is going to be hosting an event in New Orleans. And finally, the Mardi Gras will be hosting a special event on Veterans Day on the 11th in Port Canaveral. So I'm not sure if these are, special invite only, but if you happen to be, near the pier and you're a veteran, check it out. See if you can hop on board and take a gander around. So, and for all of the veterans out there, thank you for your service. I am, if you're unaware, I am a U.S. Navy vet, and thank you for all that you do. All right, last story of the day. Carnival Panorama. She had to skip 2 ports out of 3. So she's currently in the middle of a 7-night Mexican Riviera itinerary. And unfortunately, she developed some engine troubles. There's no safety issues. It's just her speed was affected. She's now able to hit or maintain her cruising speed. So because of that, they had to make sure that they get back to the port on time. They're skipping both Puerto Vallarta and Mazatlan, and they rearranged their stop in Cabo. They're supposed to stop in Cabo on Thursday, excuse me, but instead they're stopping there tomorrow. And the cruise line is working with all the local excursion providers to make sure that all of the excursions that were booked for Thursday in Cabo will instead take place on Wednesday, with a seamless transition to the customers. And finally, as an apology, the Carnival Cruise Line has put $400 in onboard credit into the accounts per stateroom. So I know that's, $400 is not the same as visiting Puerto Vallarta and Mazatlan, but look on the bright side. You're still on a cruise and you got free money to spend. So go gamble. Maybe you can hit a jackpot, turn that $400 into $4,000 or $40,000. Or have a couple extra drinks or do a specialty night. Do something with it. Because remember, on most cruise lines, when you hit that port, that disembarkation port, that onboard credit goes away. It does not sit in an account anywhere. It's gone. So use it. And that's about it for me today. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll talk to you tomorrow.